to the A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Welcome back to A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. This your girl, Nell.
What up, what up? This your girl, Nay.
And this is a big one. This is episode number 10.
Whoop, whoop.
10 is a good number. 10 is a great number. We're in the double digits now. Let me break it down to you. How good 10 is as a number. You got 10. You got 10 fingers.
Okay.
You got 10 toes.
Yes, we do.
You need 10 yards to get a first down in football.
Correct.
And Future got 10 baby mamas. So.
What? Okay.
It's not 10? Okay, it's close enough. It's close enough.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Anywho, I'm sipping on mimosa. I finally went back to the store and got some Prosecco, and I already had the orange juice. So I just made a whole pitcher of mimosa, and I'm going to try to drink it throughout this episode, or at least throughout the day, because I want to feel happy today because it's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Whoop, whoop. Remember that song, Ludacris?
Of course. Was that on Word of Mouth, his best album?
Yeah, that was the best album he's ever had, top to bottom.
He's amazing. Oh my God, he's so amazing. I love it.
So last night while watching the game, I was drinking the vodka and the cran mango juice mixed together, and it's amazing. Like, if y'all haven't tried that cran mango juice as a mixture with y'all cocktail, whatever y'all drinking, y'all missing out. Like, for real, that is good. So I ran out of Grey Goose last night, so I think today I'm gonna try it with Sky vodka and see how it goes. But right now I am sipping on, because I want to keep it cute, I am sipping on Pink Moscato, and it is delish.
All right now. All right.
Okay.
Remember that song, Chicken? I think.
Yeah.
That was the first song that I actually danced with a boy off of, where I turned around and bent down at the house party.
No, I thought it was at Wells Gym. Remember they used to have teen. They used to have teen club night at this gym at Wells in Palm Beach. It was called Wells Gym. And yeah, that was the first time both of us actually turned around and bent over, face down. Yeah, with a boy.
Face down, butt up. Yeah, that was the first day. And I don't know why I did that. I think because we saw Danya and Tasha dance like that before, and we were very appalled. The first time we saw it, we was like, how can a girl do that?
Like, what is that?
And that's not dancing.
Where they do that at?
But I don't know. But yeah, when that song came on that one time, we just bent over, and a lucky man got lucky. Okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, we about to talk about what people said, because what they said is what they said.
I said what I said.
Why you gotta make the face with it? Because you look so serious. Anywho,
you gotta let them know you serious. You ain't taking it back.
Like, you can agree with it or not, but it's already been said and it's not going to be taken back.
Like, it ain't changing over here.
Nah, fam, nah. All right, so first thing we gonna talk about is Ted Cruz and Mark Cuban in a war of words via Twitter. Twitter fingers, yes. And I'm actually going to attempt to say all the tweets for the people, just so I can catch them up, right?
Yeah.
All right, somebody posted on Twitter how the NBA Finals ratings were down. And first of all, Ted Cruz, for you all who don't know, is a senator in Texas, a Republican senator in Texas. Mark Cuban is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, and he has several businesses. He a businessman. He a shark. Yeah, he's on Shark Tank too. That's right. Okay, so somebody posted an article or whatever about how the NBA Finals ratings were down from last year, or actually the lowest in history. And Ted Cruz decided to gloat about it in Twitter. So this is what Ted wrote. He wrote, "Not surprising. Personally speaking, this is the first time in years that I haven't watched a single game in the NBA Finals. Hashtag go woke, go broke." Mark Cuban replied and said, "A U.S. senator with 3 NBA teams in his state, employing thousands of people, and he is rooting for their businesses to do poorly. This is who you are, at Ted Cruz. Every minute of your life, this is exactly who you are."
Ooh.
Dems be fighting words. Okay. Ted responded, "I love at the Houston Rockets and have rooted for them my entire life. I happily cheer for the Spurs and the Mavericks against any non-Texas team. But at Mark Cuban, the NBA is engaged in a concerted effort to, 1, insult their fans, and 2, turn every game into a left-wing political lecture. That's dumb." Then Mark responded, "You are so full of shh. You haven't watched the game or the finals. How would you know what is being said or done? Since when is the desire to end racism and insult to anyone or political? And you don't think using hashtag go woke, go broke is a partisan insult? Again, this is who you are." Ted replied to that. He said, "I wish at Mark Cuban loved his fan as much as he loves Chinese money," which was a low blow.
It was a low blow.
And then Mark replied to that. He put, "Shame on me for putting American civil rights and justice, creating jobs, growing our economy, and healthcare reform over Twitter proclamations." And that was the end so far.
So yeah, no, the first thing I thought when I was reading this whole thing was I kept saying, "Oh, Dems be fighting words."
I know we actually need to do probably a part 2 of Dems be fighting words because that's our most popular episode. So if y'all listening, go listen to Dems be fighting words and let us know if we should do a part 2 because people love it.
And then as I was going on and on to read it, I had to clutch my pearls because I was like, this is getting serious.
Definitely serious when 2 high profile people going back and forth. My first thought was, firstly, the hashtag go woke, go broke is very disgusting to me. It's disgusting.
It is. But it was actually pretty clever on his part. But yeah, it's
if you're on that disgusting side, I guess y'all look like little catchphrases do be catching on. So I'm pretty sure go woke, go broke probably caught on. But secondly, my second thought was Mark is a beast. Mark Cuban is a beast. Like he cussed and was in rare form. Like Ted, a senator, so he got to keep it professional and politically correct since he's a public servant. But Mark ain't got to answer to nobody, so he cussed. Like him. I like that.
Because Mark took that as a personal offense since he owns an NBA team. So he talking about the NBA. So that means he talking about me. He can't talk about me and expect me not to have a rebuttal. So if we going to go back and forth, we going to make this a real live Twitter debate. Like the debate last week.
The debate last week. They had time.
We gonna do. But did you notice Mark Cuban, unless we missing some tweets or whatever, you notice Mark Cuban didn't say nothing about that Chinese money?
First of all, let me get back to that. Mark Cuban had time that day. He had time.
Oh my goodness. And literally that's so funny you said that because I was going to say that. Go ahead.
They had time. He had time off of his several businesses. He was in between meetings or something. He was in
between Zoom meetings.
Yeah. Anywho, that Chinese money. And it's crazy because yesterday an article popped on my phone and it said the NBA Finals Game 5 and I guess the rest of the games were going to be televised in China now. Because I guess we were blocked before from the NBA because something with the NBA. So I wonder if that had ties to anything to do with Mark. You got people, y'all got to follow the money. Because Mark Cuban, even though I like him, he might be doing some shady stuff too. Because he did not reply to that Chinese money thing.
Yeah, it's all. Remember on that movie, Chris Tucker said you always gotta follow the money, and it's always going at the end of the money trail. It's an old white man.
Correct. In this case, maybe an old Chinese man. All right.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, the game 3 ratings were ratings low, but I think it's a few reasons why the ratings are low. Okay, here go my top 3.
Oh God.
Well, obviously we got LeBron James haters. They are alive and well. And every time he in the finals, that's just it. All the haters come out. So LeBron James haters.
Okay, maybe if he wasn't 55 years old, still playing.
Oh my God! Don't do my boy like that.
An old man and still in the young man's game.
First of all, he's 35. That's prime. That's prime time. Okay. Second of all, he can do it.
A Walker.
Whatever, he could do it better than these 20-year-olds. I bet you that.
I haven't seen it this series. All
right, Hero gonna need to be sat down next game. He gonna be sat down. 21-year-old Hero getting beat by a 35-year-old. It's gonna happen.
Nah.
Anyway, number 2.
Okay.
Because there's no audience, I heard an NBA or ex-NBA player say this, because there's no audience or anything like that, they see it more like a pickup basketball game, like a game on a street corner.
Yeah.
So that's another reason some people not like a lot of NBA players not even watching it. And number 3, I do think the social justice messages is kind of turning other people off. Some people off. So yes, that is a reason. I don't think that's the only reason though.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I concur with Ted Cruz, because I remember when Kaepernick first started the kneeling thing, and then it went into the next year. One of my colleagues literally said he wasn't watching the NFL this year because of that, and I'm like, they still gonna be playing football. Like,
it's
that's
gonna
stupid.
Go on with or without you watching.
Yeah, like that was so stupid to me, and I continued to watch the NFL because it's not like the camera's gonna be on the people kneeling the entire time. They kneel during the national anthem, which is what, 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. That's gonna ruin your whole day. And if you refusing to watch the NBA because you see a few T-shirts that has message on it about
social justice issues,
then something's wrong with you.
That's what I was gonna say.
That sounds like a you problem.
That's what I was gonna say. If you're getting offended about them speaking out about social justice, that says more about you than them. It also says that you don't want to hear it because it don't directly affect you. Some people, if it don't affect them, they don't want to hear about it. And anyway, because I was going to ask you if Ted Cruz should have said anything at all, or be quiet. But my thing is, the first thing when I saw, every time I see the name Ted Cruz, okay, this is what I think about. I'm like, ain't that the same man who Trump called his wife ugly? Oh, okay, it is. Trump called his wife ugly during the debate, or when they were all, because he ran for president. Ted Cruz ran for president that first time. Go look it up. I'm like, your wife was called ugly and you worried about the NBA. You need to be worried about Trump. Now you on Trump balls, and it's like, you need to go sit down.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did. You need to go look at a tweet. Like, he tweeted a picture of his wife, Melania, and we all know how pretty she is. And he tweeted a bad picture of Ted Cruz's wife. And then I think something with his caption was like, no words needed or something like that, where he pretty much but now they best friends. You're not gonna call my mate ugly and think I'm gonna be with you. That ain't gonna happen.
Wait, Melania is pretty? That's what he said?
Melania Trump, the first lady?
Yeah.
I think she's not ugly. Have you? She's ugly to you?
She ain't pretty. I wouldn't put her in a pretty category. No.
I think she's pretty. Anyway, it's not about that. But yeah, so, and I was also thinking, I was like, okay, because they don't want to hear stuff, or people that get offended are offended from the social justice. So I was like, let me think of something that I don't like or I don't want to hear about, that if I heard about it, I would get annoyed. So I was thinking, and I was like, okay, I got it. If they talked about and had T-shirts about it, every other commercial was about Taco Bell, I'd be annoyed too. But that's Taco Bell.
I would be too.
That's Taco Bell.
And Arby's. I'm still wondering who eating at Arby's, because I see them building another one down the street.
I don't
And I'm wondering who's eating at these places.
I don't know, cause I don't get it. But that's that's fast food. But they're talking about humanizing and equality, so I don't get why you would be offended because people want to be treated equal. Anywho, so my question to you is, should politics and social justice issues be left out of sports? Because I have my opinion, but I want to hear yours.
I guess to a certain extent. I mean, they got a point. People, because a lot of people ain't really into politics, and so they don't turn on their TV to basketball or whatever, a sporting event, and want to hear about politics, because some people just don't care, like, about politics in general.
Yeah.
So maybe, but I don't think by them wearing a T-shirt that's like so political. Horrible. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I mean, of course they're making a political statement and stuff, but it's not like for the first 10 minutes of the game, they're giving a speech. Now, I can see if that was happening, but they just wear T-shirts. Like, it's not even that serious.
I think, okay, so my opinion is, I think politics, the core of politics should be left out of sports, but not social justice issues. Because to me, social justice issues and politics are different. Like politics, if LeBron James going, or whatever basketball player, every time he on the court, he's saying vote for Biden or vote for Trump, or they telling you who to vote for. Social justice is a totally different thing. So True. I don't think social justice issues should be looked at as political. All they saying is treat people with the same energy and the same respect, and it won't be no issue. If we were all treated equal, we wouldn't have to do this. That don't have nothing to do with politics to me. That's just human decency. So I think, and especially because they have a big platform.
Yeah.
People like regular people like us, we don't have as big of a platform, so we might not reach as many people as a LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Chris Paul, whatever. So I don't think social justice issues is politics, but yes, I do think politics, at its core, should be out of sports. Like, because my favorite football player is a Republican, I'm not gonna vote Republican or vote for whoever he say vote for just because he's my favorite player.
That's true. It's more of a human issue. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I concur.
All right. Okay, and the next topic. All right, because this is a whole fool. We gonna talk about the Cowboys safety Xavier Woods. I like the name Xavier. His lack of effort. So he was quoting, because the Cowboys are like 1-3 America's team, and if the thing is, and I'm going on a tangent. The thing is, I like Dallas, right? Mm-hmm. But they're hardcore fans, like Dallas to the bone. They make you hate them so bad. Like Skip Bayless, and I had a coworker I used to work with. He was a hardcore Dallas fan. They will make you hate Dallas because they brag about him so much. So the fact that they're 1-3 right now, I'm not mad, because those fans make you not want to cheer for them, because they act like they the end all be all. Like, y'all haven't won a championship in how many years? Calm down. That was back in the day. This is 2020. Let's get up to date.
Yes, and whether they know it or not, the Patriots is the new American team.
Okay, I'm not agreeing to that, but
self-proclaimed.
All right, so Xavier Woods, he was quoted saying the effort's been good on certain plays. Some guys, I mean, me included, there may be a lack, but overall the effort is there. We're in the NFL. You don't expect guys to go full speed for 70 plays. That's not possible. What?
I'm applauding to him because I concur. I agree with him. It is impossible for somebody to play 100% per game.
Nah.
And it's like no way in the world is no training and no type of conditioning that can prepare you to go full out for 3 hours straight. Shoot, I'm only watching the game and I get tired after 23 minutes.
23 minutes?
Yeah, 23.
But no, I don't agree. So we gonna batter that out. But first, I just want to list Xavier's 2020 stats through the first 4 games from NFL.com. This shows his lack of effort because he was right, even though I don't agree. He was right. 13 solo tackles, 11 assisted tackles.
Okay.
1 tackle for a loss.
That's good.
0 interceptions and 0 fumble recoveries. So yeah, this tells me that you don't play. You don't play.
Well, when I
1 and 3.
I went back and looked at I read an article, and I think how this effort conversation came about is because I think there was an interview with another player, and I think another player kind of accused some people of not having effort, and that's why. Oh no, he admitted to in that game. I forgot what game, but in the game they could have said they could have won, but it was an effort on people's part. So I think that's why Xavier answered that question, because by the time he went to interview, I guess the interviewer then asked him, and that's what he said. But you remember when the late great Kobe Bryant played an entire NBA game, 48 minutes. And he got hospitalized afterwards. He was hospitalized afterwards, I think, for dehydration or something. So my question is, are the coins worth death?
The coins are not worth death, but Kobe, I bet you they won that game. You have to take one for the team. That's what y'all train for. That's what y'all prepare for. The endurance. Remember, we used to be in a band and we had pre-drill and all that. We were preparing to do a whole 10-minute halftime show where we would not get tired. And we would keep practicing because practice make perfect. We would keep practicing and practicing. So when game day came, when game time, halftime came, we would be able to perform for a full 10 minutes, nonstop, no lack of effort, no shamming, no nothing.
Just 10 minutes to 48 minutes is totally different. And number one, they run it up and down the court.
They get timeouts.
It's not 30 seconds and a minute times out. It's not enough. They run it back and forth, up and down the court for 48 minutes. You can't do it. It's impossible. No,
I don't think.
And remember when we was going at Florida State and our friend was on the football team and he told us that if we ever see him put his hands on his hips, that he tired, like he done, he threw. And we went to the next game we went to, and like after the second play, he had his hands on his hips. Yeah. I was like, this mofo. So yeah, and you can even watch some NFL games. Literally on some plays, some people don't do nothing at all. Yeah, I be looking at this. I be looking at a player and be like, he did is absolutely nothing on that play.
No, nothing. That's true, but I don't agree with it. See, okay, so maybe it might be true that y'all don't give 100% effort on all plays, but why you had to say it out loud?
That was my next point too. It's certain things that you think about that you just don't say out loud. Okay?
Correct.
And that's like looking at somebody having a newborn and you saying out loud they got an ugly baby. You cannot say certain things.
Oh my God.
You just gotta think of, because he probably don't have a job next year. Because who wants somebody that gonna say they're not gonna work all the time? They basically said, I'm not gonna work all the time.
That's what I was gonna say. Should he get cut? Because lack of effort is a viable reason to fire somebody. Because if you have a 9 to 5 and your work is lackluster, you get in the boot. Like, if my work isn't up to par and I'm being lazy and doing no effort and the work isn't good, I'm going to get fired. So he need to get cut. And also, if I'm on the opposing team and I know he don't play every play, I'm throwing to his side every time because he the safety. So I know that you off your game at certain points. I'm throwing to your side and I'm going to throw a bomb. Like, I'm going to get touchdowns on you every time.
Airtime. Okay.
And also, do you think his teammates should call him out? Because in his quote, he said guys with an S. So I'm like, if I was on his team, I'd be like, who you talking about? You ain't talking about me. You need to name the names because I need to know. Name the names because I ain't getting fired for you. So I'm like, he rubbed his teammates the wrong way, and that ain't cool. But he said what he said and stand about what he said.
You gotta stand by it. Once it's out there, it's out there. Gots to stand by it now.
It's out there for forever. But
for
yeah,
forever.
I didn't
forever,
like
ever.
Forever. I ain't like it. He shouldn't have said it. I ain't like it. Anyway, that brings us to our flashback moment, which is a good one for you and me.
Yeah.
The flashback moment is Randy Moss, your favorite your favorite player of all time, the Randy Moss.
Thank you. Put that "the" in front of it. Thank you.
He actually went to Florida State for like a semester, right? And
the first year he was his first freshman year he was redshirted, so he never actually played for Florida State, but he was on the team.
So he walked the campus just like we walked the campus.
Yeah, we walked the same grounds.
So anyway, the flashback moment. You remember what he said? I
remember good.
The infamous quote, "I play when I want to play." Drop the mic.
That's it. Mic drop.
So he said this in 2001. He was on a Minnesota Viking. He had been having character issues, and he said, by him saying I play when I want to play, it's pretty much saying I don't play every play. If the play is for me, I'm going to play, and I'm going to catch the ball and score y'all 80-yard touchdown. But if the play is to the tight end, I'm not going to do nothing.
What for? You going to waste my energy? No.
You getting paid. And I think he had just signed a very good deal with the Vikings. And I'm like, you getting paid this much money and you can't play for what 12 minutes a quarter? Like, or is it 15 minutes? It's 15 minutes in football. And I'm like, this man can't play for 60 minutes.
I can't do it. If y'all draw up a play and y'all say it's either a running play or you throwing it to the tight end, I throw my little block, but I'm not a blocker. He was tall and skinny anyway. What him matched up with a cornerback or whoever, he can't block that. I'll give you a little bump on the way, but after that,
a little bump. But yeah, remember the time he was filing his nails on the sideline?
He wasn't in the game. I can file my nails on the side during my break. That's my lunch break.
You don't get no lunch break in the NFL during the game. I don't even think they get to eat at halftime. Do they get to eat at halftime? This is crazy. Anyway, so the lesson of the week. Let's go to the lesson. Pick a career where you can perform at your best every day, or stay home. If you're having a bad day, just stay home. Don't come to my job and have an attitude with everybody. We don't want to see that. Go home.
These players can't put in no PTO time. They can't do that.
Anyway, Xavier, I'm going to need you to step up because I'm going to be watching you tomorrow in that game, and hopefully you step up, okay?
Me too. He going to show out. He going to show up and show out. Watch.
He better. Anyway, let's get to the highlight of the week. This is a good one, and we have an honorable mention. But the highlight is Russell Westbrook. Everybody knows by now he left for $8,000 tip for his housekeepers after he left the NBA bubble. They were there for months. I don't know how many months, but they were there for a long time. So I'm pretty sure they had the same housekeepers, and it was a pretty good deed. $8,000 is a lot of money. I want $8,000, Westbrook. Can you do something for me?
That was a good deed. And it's so funny because before I met Joe, I didn't even, and like we would go like to places, to a resorts or whatever. And, we would go there, we would check out. And
all right, we know y'all travel. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying before I met him, we would go to the family, we would go to resorts or whatever, we stay and we leave and that'll be it. But after I met him and like we would go to travel and go to resorts and stuff, he always left before we would leave. He would always leave a tip like on a dresser or somewhere. And I'm like, why you like, I had never heard of that before. Mm-hmm. So I had never heard of leaving a tip for like the housekeepers ever. So I mean, we do it now, but we $8,000.
No, I can't do $8,000.
No, I can't do it.
Good job, Russell Westbrook. It's a good man. Anyway, our honorable mention is Mark Cuban, since we talked about him earlier. I just wanted to mention he did a good deed too. He picked up ex-NBA player Delonte West from, I believe, a gas station and took him to a mental hospital to help him get some help with his ongoing mental issues. So that was a good deed. You know, he used to play for the Mavericks, so they have a somewhat of a relationship. And also, so he did that a couple weeks ago, but also I just got an update. Mark tweeted, I believe yesterday or the day before, he tweeted a picture of Delonte West at the mental hospital, and he was riding a horse. He was horseback riding with a friend, and he looks much better. So things are going well there, and we are praying for his recovery, and hopefully he stays in it to win it. He stayed in it to win it, because I liked him only because he was on one of LeBron James' team.
Yeah, I was just about to say, ain't that the one that supposedly
don't do it?
Okay,
it's allegedly. We don't know. We don't know what had happened.
All right.
But yeah, I only know of him because he was on one of LeBron's team. But yeah, so kudos to Mark Cuban and kudos to Russell Westbrook. Those are very good deeds. Keep up the good work. I also wanted to give not a shout out, but I wanted to give an update about Tyrod Taylor. We talked about him last week, the quarterback that the doctor accidentally punctured his lung. So the Chargers coach announced that Justin Herbert would be the starting quarterback for the rest of 2020.
Yeah.
So he lost his job because of a doctor. I really hope they fired that doctor, because it's not fair. Because normally if a quarterback get benched or whatever, it's because of something he did on the field that was wrong. But this is because of something a doctor did. So I just wanted to update everybody that Tyrod Taylor, because he still can't play. That's not
crazy.
That's not right. And I hope something happens with that doctor's job, because it's not right. That's my rant for the week. And let's talk about your business, Nate. Are the products up yet?
They will be this week. I promise y'all. This week. We actually finished up most of them this past week. And so they should be launching this week. Hopefully by the time this episode is out, I'll also be promoting my products. And now they're going to be digital downloads, which means once you purchase them, you're going to be sent a link. You can click on the link, and you'll be able to download the product, and you can keep it for forever and ever. So again, my HR business on IG is HCMGMT Consulting. Again, HCMGMT Consulting. And we actually this past week just reached 5,000 followers. So thank you to the followers, and please continue to support us. Like, share, comment, and everything in between.
All right, y'all. We will be talking to y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Keep it cute. Peace out.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at The Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.